Hi there, students. Exegesis. Let me repeat that. Exegesis. This is a noun, both countable and uncountable. Okay, this is where somebody explains what a text means to you. Not that they translate it, but they interpret it so that you can understand it. So this word exegesis is used particularly for religious texts, particularly for the Bible. So if you look at the Bible, it's full of allegories and parables. And exegesis is explaining the meanings behind these stories. Let's see, exegesis, it's effectively the interpretation of a text. This word's primarily used for religious texts, but it could be for a psychology text, or for example the explanations and interpretations I give of poems. This very definitely could be defined as exegesis or an exegesis. Okay, so it's explaining what is inside the text, what it actually means. It could also investigate the history of the text, the origin. It may include the cultural background of the author, things about the author, maybe the original audience as well. Yeah, you could analyze or classify things into different genres as well. You could even look at it at the grammar and syntax of something. Yeah, and this would all be exegesis. But let's see, primarily exegesis, it's primarily used for religious texts. But if something is very complicated, is very intricate, then yeah, you may need an exegesis. Or very often, yeah, your teacher gives you a book report. So you've got to read a book and then write a report about it. Well, the report effectively is an exegesis of the book, an exegesis of a poem. Or, for example, an exegesis of a song, your favorite song, because very often there are metaphors, there are similes, there are parallels, and exegesis gives you all sorts of extra information about it. It's the interpretation, the context, and effectively everything else about it. Okay, so exegesis, it's the interpretation, but particularly of biblical or religious texts. It's an interpretation, an explanation. Yeah, it's a clarification of what it means. It's the analysis of a text. So, exegesis, a great word. Notice this word is rather formal. Yeah. I would probably give it what? I'm going to give it a 7.5, maybe even 8 informally. I think 7.5. Let's see, I wouldn't use it informally. You could use it in a semi-formal writing. I wouldn't use it in a semi-formal conversation. Yeah, I think probably for you either the exegesis of poetry, the exegesis of a complicated piece of prose, the exegesis of a religious text. Yeah, for example, Aesop's fables, you could give an exegesis of one of Aesop's fables. So you interpret the real meaning behind it. Yeah, you explain the context it was written in, maybe why it was written. And this is your exegesis. It's the explanation and interpretation of a piece of writing. Yeah, something that you've studied. So this essay will give an exegesis of the works of Pliny the Elder, for example. So it's effectively an explanation of a text, going through a text. As to origin, okay, this comes from ancient Greek exegesis, meaning interpretation, from exegeomai, I explain, I interpret, ex, out of, and hegeomai, I lead, I guide. So it's to guide somebody out of confusion and into the light of understanding. So there you go, an exegesis of the word exegesis. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Exegesis.